It's Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Our game will begin at the top of the hour. It's about 7 minutes. And we welcome you here. So glad to have you. I'll have the lineups in about 5 minutes. Stand by. I'm going to make some coffee and then we'll get with the lineups. The tweet is up, the tweet is good, and we're ready. It's the Houston Astros at the Montreal Expos. It's a doubleheader. The second game is scheduled for 12 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Houston took the first game 6-5, Montreal the second game 3-2. So it's a 4-game series doubleheader. This is the first of a doubleheader. Don Wilson for the Astros, Bill Stoneman for the Expos. Both are right-handers. For Houston, the lineup is Valdespino in left, Morgan at second, Jimmy Wynn in center, Menke at short, Leffery at first, Miller in right field, Edwards catching, Martinez at third, and Don Wilson, the pitcher, batting ninth. For the Expos, it's Ty Klein leading off at first base, Sutherland at second, Staub in right, Mac Jones in left, Ron Fairley in center, Kevin Collins at third, John Bateman catching, Wine at short, and the pitcher, batting ninth, Bill Stoneman, and the Expos take the field. Sandy Valdespino leading it off here. Stoneman is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Valdespino. He flies it to left, one away. And we're underway. Now Joe Morgan, left-handed hitter. .6'3", and it's hit deep with power. And it's gone by Morgan. Joe Morgan has homered off Stoneman. It was a 6-3 against the lefty, 1-13, and against right-handers, he's got end power. So there's a home run for Joe Morgan. 1-0 Houston. And that brings up Jimmy Wynn now. Here's Stoneman. 210, he walked him. So Wynn is on first, being held. 1-13 with Bateman's arm. And Dennis Mankey, the batter. From the stretch, Stoneman. 5-3, fly ball to left X. Mac Jones. Reroll. And he makes the catch. Wynn will advance to second on that. So it's 2 outs, Wynn in scoring position for Kirk Bleffery, left-handed hitter. Stoneman now. 4-8, walked him. First and second with 2 outs. 1 in already on the home run by Morgan. Norm Miller, also a left-handed hitter. For 7, and that lines it to second. Sutherland makes the catch. The side is retired, but there was 1 run on 1 hit, the home run by Morgan. 2 walks, both left on, and after a half, Houston won. Montreal coming to bat. Astros come into this 12 games out in 4th place. Montreal 20 1/2 games behind the first place Pirates in the West. And the Expos are in 5th, ahead of Philadelphia by 6.5 games. Don Wilson is the Astros pitcher. Ty Klein will lead it off. Left-handed hitter. Wilson winds. The pitch to Klein, 2-8, and he pops it up to short for Mankey. That's 1 out. Now Donald Sutherland. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Christ. Gary Sutherland. Okay, Wilson, the pitch to Sutherland. And it's a base hit to left for Gary Sutherland, getting a rare start today. Sutherland is on first with 1 out for Rusty Staub. That coffee's almost ready. And I'm so sorry about the scheduling mix-ups. I had an appointment today, a personal issue, and it was canceled due to flooding in the southeast area of Florida. Okay, Staub at the plate. Sutherland on first, 1 out. And the pitch to Staub, 3-9. Walked him. Montreal has first and second, 1 out for Mac Jones. Big Mac Jones, left-handed hitter. .49, struck him out. That's 2 away. And Ron Fairley. Whoa, how do you like that? That's rare, and it counts. If the dices all end up, that's good. And that is a base hit for Fairley. Sutherland scores. Staub goes to third. Expos tie it up here in the bottom of the first. Ron Fairley in the lineup. A good bat for the Expos. It's first and third, two outs for Kevin Collins. For 5, he struck him out. That's the second for Wilson. The side is retired. 1 run on 2 singles, a walk, and 2 left on. After 1, we're all tied at 1. Houston at Montreal. First game of the doubleheader today. Second game will follow at noon today, Eastern Time, United States. That coffee sounds ready, and I'm going to go get a cup as Stoneman takes his warm-up, and Johnny Edwards will be the first batter. Mark Shooker has arrived. We welcome you. Top of the second, Edwards facing Stoneman. Here's Stoneman now. The pitch to Edwards. 3-8. He pops it up to second base. Sutherland has it, 1 away. Marty Martinez, a switch hitter batting left. He's playing third base today. Here's Stoneman. And it's a fly ball to left, and Mac Jones makes the catch. 2 away for the pitcher, Don Wilson. Wilson is a 1 WR. Stoneman winds, and the pitch to, oops. Jesus Christ. Okay, the pitch to Wilson. 3-4. He grounds it back to Stoneman, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Stoneman. And in the middle of the second, it's 1-1 ball game. Wilson will face the bottom third of the Expos lineup here in the bottom of the second. John Bateman leads it off. We have the second game of this doubleheader starting at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S., and then we'll have a night game, 6 p.m. start, Atlanta at New York. Okay, Wilson is ready to face Bateman here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch from Wilson. 6-8. He struck him out. That's number 3 for Don Wilson. Now Bobby Wine. Stoneman out on deck. Wilson, the pitch to Wine. That's 2-7. Grounds it to short. Menke has it over to Blefary, 2 away for Bill Stoneman, the Montreal pitcher. He is a 1 WR. And here's the pitch to Stoneman. 2-4, struck him out. That's number 4 for Don Wilson. And a 1-2-3 inning like Stoneman in the second. And after 2, it's still 1-1 ball game. Okay, Stoneman will face the top of this Houston lineup. Sandy Valdespino comes in. Flew to left in the first. Left-handed hitter, Sandy. Stoneman. And the pitch to Valdespino. And he grounds it to short for Wine. Throws it over to Klein for the first out. Joe Morgan hit the home run in the first for the Houston's run. Here's the pitch to Morgan. 4-12, walked him. So Morgan on first, being held. He's 1-15 to steal, with Jimmy Wynn coming up. Stoneman from the stretch. Stoneman throws to first. Morgan gets back safely. He had a pretty big lead there. Okay, Stoneman. Here's the pitch. There goes Morgan. And he's safe. Joe Morgan has stolen second base. So it's 1 out. And Morgan in scoring position with Jimmy Wynn at the plate. He walked in the first. Here's Stoneman. 1-6, he walked him. 2 consecutive walks thrown by Stoneman. It's first and second, 1 out. For Dennis Menke. Flew to left in the first. Here's the pitch to Menke. 1-10. And that is a base hit up the middle for Menke. Morgan scores. Wynn goes to third. Houston takes a 2-1 lead. Menke with a single to bring in the second run, the go-ahead run. It's first and third, 1 out now for Kurt Blefary. Infield double play depth. Here's the pitch to Blefary. 4-7. And that's a base hit by Blefary. Right up the middle. Wynn scores for Blefary, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mankey goes to second. It's another run batted in, this one for Blefary. 2 runs this inning, it's 3-1 Houston. First and second, 1 out. And Norm Miller comes in. The lineup is stocked with left-handers for Houston today against the right-handed pitcher Stoneman. First and second, 1 out. And here's the pitch from Stoneman to Miller. 6-6. It's another base hit for Miller. Mankey scores from second. Blefary goes to third, 3 runs in, 3 consecutive hits. There's action in the Expos bullpen. Stoneman has walked 2 in order, then allowed 3 singles in order. Dan McGinn is warming in the Expos bullpen. He is a left-handed pitcher. Dan McGinn. And Johnny Edwards, first and third, 1 out still. Here's Stoneman. 1-4. And that is a double in the gap for Edwards. Blefary scores. Miller goes to third. Will he stretch it? 1-14. He's coming home. Here's the throw from Fairley. And he's safe. And Edwards goes to third on the throw. 2 runs batted in by Edwards. And that's it for Bill Stoneman, knocked out in the third. Two consecutive doubles, 4 consecutive hits, 5 runs in this inning, and it's 6-1 Houston. Stoneman went 2 1/3 innings. He allowed 5 hits. He walked 4. And thus far has allowed 6 runs. He's responsible for Edwards on third, 1 out. And here's Dan McGinn, the new pitcher. Astros open it wide open here, with 5 runs in the third off Stoneman, knocking him out. Marty Martinez will face McGinn now. Switch hitter batting right against the southpaw McGinn. Wilson on deck. Here's McGinn. The pitch to Martinez, batting right-handed. 4-6. Walked him. So it's first and third, still only 1 out. Valdespino opened the inning with grounding out to short, and then it's been 2 walks, 3 singles, a double, and another walk. Infield double play depth. McGinn trying to get Montreal out of this with 5 runs in this inning. It's 6-1 Houston. Here's the pitch to Wilson. 5-9. Grounds it to short. Wine. 5-3. And he throws him out at first. The run scores. That will be charged to Stoneman. Martinez goes to second. Wilson will get a run batted in on that. We can close out Stoneman. 7 runs allowed in 2 1/3 innings. Houston has batted around. It's 2 outs now, with Martinez on second, and back to Sandy Valdespino, who grounded to short to open up the inning. The pitch to Sandy. 4-11. It's a base hit to right for Valdespino. Martinez goes to third, stretching it 1-12, 1-14 with 2 outs. 1-14 from right is Staub. -4 makes it 1-10. And here comes Martinez. The throw from Staub. And he's out. They thought they would try it, given they've scored 6 runs this inning, but to no avail. And the side is finally retired. 6 runs for Houston. In the top of the third, they lead at 7-1. And now Don Wilson takes the mound with a 6-run lead. And it'll be Ty Klein, bottom of the third. Houston 7, Montreal 1. Wilson, the pitch to Klein. 4-3. Fly ball to right. Miller, he's a 4. 9-4. He can't get that. And it rolls to the wall, and that is a triple for Ty Klein to lead off for Montreal. He had 3 triples in real world. Here's I keep saying, it's Gary Sutherland with Klein on third. Infield back. The pitch to Sutherland. 3-3, he pops it up foul territory on the left side. Getting to it is Martinez, the third baseman, makes the catch 1 down. Now Rusty Staub. 1 out, Klein on third, infield back. Staub walked, was left on base in the first. Pitch to Staub. 5-8. Struck him out. That's number 5 for Don Wilson. Now Mac Jones. Jones struck out in the first. Here's the pitch to Mac Jones. 6-6. It's a base hit. Klein comes in to score. And that'll make it 7-2. Houston over Montreal. Run batted in for Mac Jones. And Ron Fairley, the batter. Fairley singled home Sutherland in the first. 2-7. Grounds it to first. Leffery has it, steps on the bag, and the side is retired. But there was 1 run for Montreal on 2 hits. The leadoff triple by Klein, singled home by Jones, and he was left on base. We've gone 3, and it's 7-2 Houston over Montreal. we head to the top of the fourth. Dan McGinn pitched 2/3 of an inning to relieve Stoneman in the third. He'll face Morgan to lead it off. Morgan, a solo home run, walked and scored with a stolen base. Here's McGinn. The pitch to Morgan, 6-9. And it's a base hit to left for Morgan to lead it off. Morgan on first in the top of the fourth. He's being held. He's a 1-15. Jimmy Wynn, the batter. A win in this game would put Houston 11.5 behind Atlanta. They play at 6 p.m. Atlanta. If they sweep, they'll be 11. And if Atlanta loses, they'll be, I guess, 10.5 out. Here's Wynn now. McGinn from the stretch and the pitch to Wynn. There goes Morgan. And he's safe again. The second stolen base for Joe Morgan today. So Morgan in scoring position now, just like he was last inning after he walked and scored. Okay, McGinn, the pitch to Wynn. 6-4, grounder to third. Collins a 3. 8-3. Throws him out, and Morgan holds. I messed that up. So it's 1 out, Morgan on second, and Mankey the batter. That would have been a double play had he not stolen second. Mankey 1 for 2, singled and scored in that 6-run third for the Astros. Here's the pitch to Mankey. 2-6, walked him. First and second, 1 out for Bleffery. Walked, singled, and scored. Here's the pitch to Bleffery. 2-8. Grounds it to second, and that will be a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 1 left on. And we're in the middle of the fourth at 7-2. Houston. Well, here's Don Wilson. He's allowed 2 runs in 3 innings. He'll face Collins, Bateman, and Wine in the bottom of the fourth. Collins struck out in the first, leads it off for Montreal. Here's the pitch to Wilson. From Wilson, I'm sorry. That's 2-8. And he struck him out again. And that's number 6 for Don Wilson. Now John Bateman. Wilson winds the pitch for 5. Struck him out. Number 7 for Wilson. Now Bobby Wine with 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the fourth. Expos trail by 5. Here's the pitch to Wine. 5-8. And he struck out the side. That'll give Wilson 8 strikeouts. A 1-2-3 inning. And after 4 at 7-2, Wilson with 8 strikeouts. This is probably McGinn's last inning, as they'll likely have a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading it off for Houston is Norm Miller. Left-handed hitter, lefty-lefty here. Okay, McGinn is ready. Here's the pitch to Miller. 6-10, fly ball to right. That's for Staub, 1 down. Johnny Edwards, the catcher, 1 for 2. Everyone's gotten a hit today in this lineup except Martinez and Wilson. Edwards doubled and scored in the 3rd. McGinn, the pitch to Edwards. 6-9, and it's a base hit to left. Off McGinn. Edwards on first, 1 out, and Marty Martinez, the batter. Switch hitter, batting right, flew to left and walked. Here's McGinn, the pitch to Martinez. 3-7. Grounds it to short, double play. Side is retired in the middle of the 5th, 7-2 ball game. With Staub, Jones, and Fairley, this game is hardly over. There will be a hitter for Dan McGinn. Dan pitched 2 2/3 innings. He allowed 3 hits. He walked 2. No runs allowed. So he did his job. The new pitcher will be Carol Sembera. Carol Sembera. He'll be the 3rd pitcher for the Expos. Coming in to hit for McGinn is Jose Herrera. Jose Herrera. So Herrera will lead it off for the Expos, pinch hitting for McGinn. Wilson with 8 strikeouts in 4 innings. Here's Wilson, the pitch to Herrera. 5-2. And it's a base hit. Just gets past the reach of Martinez. So Herrera is on. He's got decent speed on the base paths. A 5-2 single. The record for strikeouts in a game this season in our replay is 15 by Andy Messersmith. Thanks to Mr. Perota for that note. I got that the other day from him. Here's Ty Klein now with Herrera on first. Nobody out. Wilson from the stretch. And the pitch to Klein. 4-9. He struck him out, and that's number 9 for Wilson. Wilson really throwing smoke today. Now Gary Sutherland. Singled and popped to third. With head on first one out. The pitch to Sutherland. 3-8. Grounds it to short, that's a double play. So the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, none left. That was actually the short. I'm sorry, 3-8 to shortstop. Yes, that's what I got. So we've gone 5, and it's still 7-2. New pitcher for Montreal, it's Carol Sembera. Carol Sembera, he's a right-hander. Taking his warm-ups as we approach the top of the 6th inning here. Don't forget, game 2 of this doubleheader is at 12 noon Eastern U.S. time. And then it's Atlanta at the Mets later tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Okay, Sembera is ready. And Wilson will lead it off. Wilson 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from Sembera. 3-8. And he struck him out. Wilson retired. Here's Sandy Valdez-Spino, 1 for 3. He just died recently in real world, about 3 weeks ago. Sandy flew to left, ran it to short, singled, and was left on base. And he came to bat twice in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch to Sandy. 3-12, grounds it to second, 2 outs. So Sembera retires the first 2 Astros here in the top of the 6th. Then it's Joe Morgan. He's had a busy day. Solo home run, walked, stole second, and scored. Singled, stole second, was left on base. 2 outs, nobody on. Sembera. The pitch to Morgan. 1-9. And he grounds it back to Sembera. Throws it over to Klein, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Carol Sembera. In the top of the 6th, we head to the bottom of the 6th. Montreal down by 5. Don Wilson with 9 strikeouts. Leading it off, Rusty Staub. Staub walked and struck out today. Here's Wilson, the pitch to Staub. 3-10, walked him. Staub on first now. For Mac Jones, left-handed hitter. Wilson working from the stretch. Jones 1 for 2. 5-6. Struck him out. Number 10 for Don Wilson. He's closing in on Andy Messersmith, who struck out 15 in July in a game. Now Ron Fairley. Wilson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Fairley. That's 3-7, and that's a fly ball to center field. And Jimmy Wynn makes the catch, 2 away. Staub holds it first. Kevin Collins now. He has struck out twice by Wilson. The pitch to Collins. 4-11. And that's a line drive to short. Morgan makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, a walk to Staub, left on base. We've gone 6. It's 7-2. Here's Simbera in his second inning of relief. He retired the side in order in the 6th. It'll be Wynn leading it off. Walked twice and grounded to third. Okay, Simbera. The pitch to Wynn. 1-8. Walked him. Wynn being held 1-13. Dennis Menke, the batter. Here's the pitch to Menke. 1-5. Walked him. 2 consecutive walks by Simbera. Houston has first and second, nobody out here in the top of the 7th. With Kurt Blefary coming up. Kurt 1 for 2 with a walk. From the stretch, Simbera, and the pitch to Blefary. 4-4. Fly ball right. Staub makes the catch and the runners hold. Here comes Norm Miller, 1 out. First and second. .310. Grounds it to second for the second out. The runners advance. Menke to second, Wynn to third with 2 outs. And Johnny Edwards comes up. Clutch situation. The pitch to Edwards. 6-8. Walked him. That'll load the bases with Houston Astros. So it's bases loaded now with 2 outs, and Marty Martinez, switch hitter, batting left. Simbera gets the sign from Bateman. From the stretch, and the pitch to Martinez. 3-4. Fly ball to left field. This should end the inning. Mac Jones makes the catch, and the side is retired. So no runs, 3 left on 3 walks. It's the 7th inning stretch, and the score remains 7-2 Houston. Wilson has settled down after allowing 2 runs, and it'll be the bottom third. There'll probably be a hitter for Simbera after this. In fact, there will be. 2-4-5, he pitched 2. No hits. He did walk 3, struck out 1, no runs allowed. We'll get to that later. Who's going to come in, who's going to pinch hit. But for now, John Bateman leads it off. Bottom of the 7th, Expos down by 5 runs. Bateman has struck out twice. Here's Wilson. 1-7, fly ball center. Jimmy Wynn with the catch, 1 away. Now Bobby Wine. For 5, struck him out, number 11 for Don Wilson. And there's a pinch hitter for Simbera. Dick Raditz, who was acquired from the Tigers, gets a rare appearance. Dick Raditz, he will be the 4th Expos pitcher in this ball game. As there's a hitter now for Carlos Simbera. And the hitter is Jim Ferry. They have a Fairley and a Ferry. So it's Jim Ferry stepping in. With 2 outs, nobody on. Wilson. And the pitch to Ferry. 3-4. Grounds it to second, and that will be another 1-2-3 for Don Wilson with 11 strikeouts. We've gone 7. And it's still 7-2 Houston. And now we got to have a chance to look at Dick Raditz, the right-hander for Montreal. Let him take his warm-ups as Don Wilson will step in. Wilson 0 for 3 today. Okay, Raditz is ready. Top of the 8th. Here's Raditz, the windup, the pitch to Wilson. 2-7 struck him out. Now Sandy Valdez-Spino, 1 for 4. To face Tyke, oh shit, what am I fucking doing here? See, I did that. Hold on. We'll look at that again. 2-7. It is a strikeout on Wilson. Here's Valdez-Spino, 1 for 4 today. Raditz. And the pitch to Sandy. 4-3. Fly ball left field, X. Mac Jones is a 3-16. And he makes the catch, 2 outs. Here's Joe Morgan. 2 for 3, a home run, a single, walked and scored. And a run batted in, of course, with the home run. 2 outs, nobody on. Raditz. The pitch, 4-7, walked him. Morgan being held, he won't go this time, let's be real. We don't need it. Jimmy Wynn has walked 3 times and grounded to third today. It's Morgan on first, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Wynn. 4-7. Struck him out. So Raditz looks pretty good there in the first inning of relief. 4-7 strikeout. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Wilson with 11 strikeouts. Ty Klein will lead it off. He tripled in the 3rd and scored on Jones' base hit. Here's Wilson now, the pitch to Klein. 5-7, grounder to second. Morgan a 3. 4-3, he throws him out. 1 down. Here's Gary Sutherland. Gary 1 for 3. Wilson. And the pitch, 6-8. Struck him out. Number 12. He's closing in on Messersmith's record of 15 in 1 game. Here's Rusty Staub now. 2 outs. Probably be tough, though. Here's the pitch to Staub. 6-8. Struck him out. He struck out 2. Retired the side in order. His 13th strikeout. After 8, still 7-2. He can break the record if he retires strikes out the side next inning. Lots of luck. Here's Dennis Menke. Raditz in his 2nd inning of relief looked very good in the 8th. Okay, Raditz is ready. Here's the pitch. 3-8. Fly ball center, one away. Here's Kurt Blefary. This is about the most one-sided game, if not maybe just one of two one-sided games we've had all month. It's been an amazing month for close ball games. Great pitching, one-run games, 1-0 games, you name it. Here's the pitch to Blefary. 2-6, walked him. Lots of walks. Given up to Houston. Now Norm Miller. Miller 1 for 4. Raditz from the stretch. 2-8. And it's hit deep into the gap by Miller. It's a double. Blefary goes to third and holds. Second and third one out for Johnny Edwards. They are going to walk Edwards intentionally for the double play possibility. So it's bases loaded now. Infield double play depth. Marty Martinez, switch hitter batting left against Raditz. Here's the pitch to Martinez. 6-7. Struck him out. That's the third for Raditz. And Don Wilson steps in. 0 for 4, struck out twice. Here's the pitch to Wilson. 3-9, grounds it to third. The side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 intentional. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth. Montreal trails by 5. 13 strikeouts for Wilson. 2 strikeouts away from tying Messersmith for the single game strikeout record this season in this replay. It will be Mac Jones, Ron Fairley, and Kevin Collins in the bottom of the ninth. Wilson has gone all the way. He's retired 9 in order. And that's pretty good. Here's the pitch to Jones. 5-9. Struck him out. Number 14 for Don Wilson. Quite a performance by Don Wilson today. Now it's Ron Fairley, also a left-handed hitter. Here's Wilson. 5-7, grounds it to second. That's for Morgan. He's a 3, 12-3. Throws him out. So he cannot break, but he can tie the strikeout record, single game record this season, held by Messersmith with 15. Jones struck out. That was his 14th. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Kevin Collins, the batter. Wilson gets the sign from Edwards into his windup, and the pitch to Collins. 6-7, and that is a line out to second, caught by Morgan. The ball game is over. He retired the last 12 batters in this ball game, Don Wilson. Absolutely star of the game. Final score, unless Mr. Perota is here, the final score is Houston 7, Montreal 2. The win goes to Wilson. He pitched 9 innings, a complete game win. He allowed 5 hits. He walked 2, struck out 14, and allowed 2 runs. The loss goes to Stoneman. Raditz came in, pitched 2, allowed 1 hit, 3 walks, 1 of them intentionally, 3 strikeouts, no runs. The final line in this ball game: Houston 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Montreal 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. That's the ball game. We will not put this in the books until the second game of this doubleheader is completed. Voila, we're ready for the second game. It will be at noon Eastern Time, U.S. Houston now has taken two of three in this four-game series. Montreal will look to tie. Houston is now 54-52, 2 games over, 11 and a half behind. And Montreal 44-62. They fall 21 games behind. So that's it. We hope you enjoyed the ball game. Star of the game is Don Wilson. The second game will start in about 1 hour, 12 noon Eastern U.S. time. It will be Larry Dierker, the ace for Houston, and Howie Reed for the Expos. Stay strong, everybody. And I'll catch you next time.